Have you ever seen that video?
No.
Pull that video up, because it's one of my favorite.
That information came direct from Meghan's ex-husband, Trevor Engelson, via an intermediary. And obviously Trevor Engelson is a very successful TV producer. He now has his own family. He's very happy. He hasn't spoken on the record.
Many people doubt Meghan has long been a mother, following her attendance at Northwestern University.
I'm sorry. I of course choose you.
Okay. Great.
It is pretty extraordinary, isn't it? I mean, I think she's just got so used to lying that maybe, in my opinion, she believes the lies she tells. I don't know, but either way, she's just been so consistently loose with the truth.
Joshua Silverstein was her very first boyfriend. They were both only 13.
Meghan began dating Joe Giuliano, and the couple got married after having a child when Meghan was almost 20.
What?
He's moved on. He has put Meghan behind him. He probably is not interested in people bringing up this past relationship. He has 3 children now with his new wife.
According to reports, Noel was born in or around 1999, which fits the timeline perfectly.
He must have been so devastated at the time with the way that he was treated, but actually he dodged a bullet. He has his dignity. He's still working in the industry.
So here's the thing about Meghan Markle. For years, she's been presented as Hollywood's fairytale duchess, a girl who went from small-time actress to royal bride, from Deal or No Deal suitcase girl to Buckingham Palace headline. But what if I told you the story you've been sold? The polished timeline, the PR fairytale, has a massive hole in it. And inside that hole is a rumor so wild, it makes The Crown look like a children's bedtime story.
Meghan Markle is one of the most ruthless social climbers I've ever met in my entire life. And anyone who thinks she wants to get out of the fame element of all this is living in cloud cuckoo land.
Because according to whispers that refuse to die, Meghan Markle may not just be a duchess, not just a mother. She may already be a grandmother. Yep, you heard that right. Buckle up, because this rabbit hole goes straight through Las Vegas chapels, sealed court files, and a missing year nobody can explain.
Narcissist who cannot get enough of herself while she simultaneously plays the victim. My castle's too small. The queen is mean to me.
Let's rewind. Way before Harry, way before the royal title, way before tabloids started tracking her every outfit. Back when Meghan was just Rachel from Los Angeles. And in those early days, there was one man who saw the real Meghan, not the PR version. His name? Trevor Engelson.
Only person who can really clear this up outside of Meghan herself is Trevor Engelson, who until this point has kept a total dignified silence, despite the fact that Meghan treated him so appallingly, even sending back their engagement ring via the post.
Her first husband, a Hollywood producer who allegedly once whispered to friends that Meghan's past wasn't just polished, it was completely rewritten. And according to those close to him, Trevor didn't just suspect it, he knew about the chapter Meghan had tried her hardest to bury.
I mean, we obviously know via Tom Bower that Meghan Markle returned her engagement ring to Trevor Engelson via the post, but the fact that you're actually so blatant in terms of the fact that you want this famous royal, and specifically you want Prince Harry, because you know my reporting on Meghan Markle's early life in London, Angela, made it very clear that she was looking for a celebrity.
Now, here's where it gets juicy. The whispers don't start on a red carpet or in some Beverly Hills mansion. They start in Las Vegas. Not the glitzy casinos, but a tiny off-strip chapel. The kind where Elvis impersonators make a living marrying strangers at 2 a.m. Meghan was 18. Not famous, no cameras, no paparazzi, just a groom named Joe Giuliano, 2 family witnesses, and Meghan Markle signing what insiders swear was a marriage certificate. No dress fittings, no press, just a teenage wedding in Sin City.
Meghan Markle is the flea in the ointment who continues
to ruin the increasingly rancid relationship.
But here's the kicker. That marriage didn't end in divorce. It ended in annulment. For those who don't speak legalese, an annulment basically says this marriage never happened. And in Nevada, annulments can vanish faster than a slot machine jackpot. You file the papers, pay a lawyer, and boom, gone. No record, no archive, nothing to see here. The file is sealed, and on paper, Meghan was never married. Clean slate. But come on, you don't seal something unless there's something inside worth hiding.
Down-to-earth people she grew up with, her half-brother Thomas Markle Jr. and half-sister Samantha. Meanwhile, the Duchess adopts her practiced actress smile, puts on a dazzling display of unbridled joy.
And here's where the timeline goes suspiciously dark. Meghan's official story says she took a gap year before college, traveling the world, finding herself, blah, blah. Cute, right? Except there's zero evidence. No photos, no study abroad paperwork, no exchange programs, nothing. Just an empty year in her biography. And if you ask the Giuliano family, they'll tell you Meghan wasn't off sipping espresso in Rome or backpacking across Europe. She was allegedly in Chicago, quiet, low profile, living under their roof.
So it makes sense. Oh my God, I've got to keep everybody away because if they start talking, the lies come out.
And during that missing year, mid-1995, the whispers get explosive. According to people close to the Giulianos, Meghan didn't just hide a marriage. She allegedly had a baby. Yep, a baby girl. Not under her own name, not with balloons and announcements, but quietly, privately, under the radar. And the Giulianos? They allegedly agreed to raise the child as one of their own, folding her into the family. One relative supposedly put it in a chilling one-liner. She was Meghan's before she was ours.
Given her appearance, Noelle does share some similarities with Jo and Meghan, and she's even more like Meghan.
Now let's pause. Can you imagine? Meghan disappears for a year, reemerges suddenly at Northwestern University with a perfect new identity, and never speaks of it again. No phone calls, no visits, no soft check-ins. Just a hard cut, goodbye past, hello future. Talk about hitting reset on life.
She married for money. It's very clear. She bagged the elephant. She was thrilled. She became a, quote, princess.
Well, you can...
It was planned from the beginning. She denied being interested in the royal family, which she totally was. I know someone who knows the ex-husband who said she had a vision board with Prince Harry on it.
Before they met?
Yes, and she wants to
That's
pretend.
impressive. You got to admit
Thank
that
you.
is impressive.
She nailed it.
But the cracks keep showing. Meghan's official birth year has always been 1981. Sounds neat, right? Except old alumni records and event programs hint otherwise. 1977? Even 1975. If that's true, Meghan wasn't the fresh-faced teenager we were told she was. She was older, and that makes the Vegas marriage and the 1995 baby rumor line up with almost surgical precision.
Meghan was researching the prince online and found out that the prince is now duped, so I can now go ahead and marry him. At that stage, Meghan contacted Jo, told him that, look, if you open your mouth, I'm gonna sue you.
And it's not like document editing is new to Meghan's story. Remember Archie's birth certificate? First, it listed her full name, Rachel Meghan Markle. Then, poof, a few weeks later, it was changed to just Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex. Palace officials brushed it off as a clerical tweak, but insiders swore they'd never seen a change like that for any royal mother. If a birth certificate can be altered in broad daylight, imagine how easy it was to smooth over teenage records from decades ago.
Usually extremely dominant, and they know how to play the vulnerability card.
So let's fast forward. If Meghan really had a child in 1995, that daughter would now be nearly 30, and whispers say she's already had a child of her own, which means Meghan Markle, the Duchess, the global brand, the woman who built a career on reinvention, is secretly a grandmother. Just picture the palace spin doctors choking on their tea at that headline.
Hi, Maddie. I got an English award. And right now we're in Beverly Hills. and we're gonna pass the Beverly Hilton Hotel, where I'll be on Sunday meeting the other North.
Now, here's the thing about secrets. They never stay buried. Neighbors in Chicago supposedly remember a young girl at Giuliano family gatherings. Not explained, not introduced. Just there, part of the bloodline, but never spoken about. And if that girl really exists and now has a child of her own, that means Meghan's carefully polished timeline isn't just cracked, it's shattered.
What could the motive be for keeping both sides of the family away?
That's right.
The stories would come out.
And here's the part that really stings. Meghan has spent years curating every inch of her image, from the way she tilts her head in interviews to the accidental candid photos in Montecito. Everything's been about control. But if this hidden bloodline ever steps into the light, that's control she'll never get back. Because how do you spin being a grandmother when your public image is built on being the relatable modern mom? How do you sell jam jars and lifestyle branding when the ghost of your teenage past is sitting at the dinner table with the stroller?
A moment where Megyn Kelly reveals that Meghan Markle married for money, that she planned it all from the beginning, and the vision board with Prince Harry on it was revealed to her by someone who knew Trevor Engelson.
Trevor Engelson, the man who knew Meghan before the crown, once allegedly confirmed it with just a whisper. Meghan's story isn't what the world thinks it is. And now that whisper is a roar, because secrets don't stay secrets. They wait, they hide in sealed files, they linger in missing photos, they echo in relatives' offhand remarks, and sooner or later, they walk straight back into the spotlight.
But this woman is nothing but a publicity whore. It's a term of art. We broke the news that she had Prince Harry on her vision board when she was younger. That was her goal, #goal, to marry Prince Harry. So it was all about getting the title. She's done that now. Now she's just stuck with this depressed ginger who has absolutely no family, no friends, and no money. This was not part of the plan.
So what happens if Meghan's alleged daughter learns the truth? What happens if she looks Meghan straight in the eye and says, "I know who you are"? That's not just a scandal, that's a royal earthquake. No palace PR machine can duct tape that kind of revelation. Not Harry's memoirs, not Oprah's interviews, not even Netflix's $100 million deal. This would blow everything wide open.
How does she see the children's, and she's put the children's in inverted commas, time being split between them, and how does she think their lives will be?
And that, my friends, is the tea. Meghan Markle, Duchess, actress, influencer, may already be a grandmother. Not in 10 years, not someday, but right now. The real question isn't if this chapter exists, it's when it finally goes public. And when it does, oh, you better believe the headlines will write themselves. So tell me in the comments, do you think Meghan's past will ever catch up to her? Or will this chapter stay locked away forever? Because if history has taught us anything, secrets have a funny way of leaking at the worst possible time. And if you loved this dive into Meghan's hidden past, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because trust me, we've got plenty more royal drama to spill, and you don't want to miss the next cup of tea.